out pretty hard when I found out not only that Tim was going to be on this panel, but also the next director, whom I've never met, and I peed just a little bit, which I shouldn't say out loud, but I'm going to give you titles like Evil Dead and Spider-Man. Just in case, for some reason, you've just woken up from some kind of cryo freeze, let's take a quick look at some of his work before we bring him out. Please welcome to the stage, Mr. Sam Raimi! Please, have a seat. Hi, everybody. All right. It is really awesome to meet you, Sam Raimi. Thanks for coming here.
Nice to meet you. This is my home away from home, Comic-Con.
It really is.
Yeah, I'm just a geek central. And I love it here. I love going down to where they sell the comics, though, not the Hollywood part of it. I like the basic
Artist
part,
Alley.
The simple center of the place.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff to see. You're clawing through piles of people to do it at San Diego, but it's been amazing so far. We're going to talk about Oz the Great and Powerful, which I hadn't seen anything from before they showed me to prep for this panel, and it looks amazing. What can you tell folks about it?
Well, it's based on Frank L. Baum's great books that he wrote the turn of the century, and it's really the story of the wizard. It's who the wizard was, and how he came to be the great wizard we know. And really it's a story of a selfish man who is a bit of a Lothario, a little bit of a cad, not a great guy at first. He's a little selfish, and throughout the course of the journey, by the time he gets to Oz, it's really like a land of second chances for him. And he is influenced by friends and a great admirable love for the good witch Glinda. He starts to care about her, and he's shown the right way to live his life, and it's about how he becomes a little bit more of a selfless man.
Yeah. So James Franco is playing the wizard.
That's right.
And so, what can you tell us a little bit about him before he gets to Oz?
Well, the story takes place like the great Wizard of Oz book, the original, and like the film, in Kansas. So he starts off as a carnival magician, and we see that he's a pretty good magician, but he lacks a lot in social skills, in human skills, and being a great person. He isn't that yet, but he has a good heart, and he just isn't really in touch with it. He thinks the way to greatness is through fame and fortune, when really it's about the sharing of his gifts and the selfless expression of his talents. So he's a little bit of a limited character as we begin, and then his life becomes untenable in Kansas, and he's forced out. In fact, he's been sleeping with this woman. He's an adulterer, and he's
Sweet.
He's chased out.
Awful, Sam.
He's chased out of Kansas, and he takes a balloon up, and that balloon gets swept up into a tornado, and that's where he ends up. It's in the land of Oz.
And actually, just because I want to make sure we have plenty of time, because we have some surprises as well, we do have a piece that was developed exclusively for Comic-Con that we're going to be able to show people. So let's roll that really fast. Put on your 3D glasses. There you go. And roll it, Ace.
Step this way. See the most wondrous sights imaginable.
Kansas is full of good men. I don't want to be a good man. I want to be a great one.
You're gonna need this!
Am I dreaming?
You're in Oz. Are you the great man we've been waiting for?
I hope you won't be freaked out if I say that looks pants crappingly good. What you just made.
I'm honored. Thank you.
Ever, have I ever?
Thanks for that nice response, guys. That was the first time
That looks-
showing it to anybody.
That looks stunning. Yeah, Comic-Con exclusive, you guys. And as a special surprise, we'd like to bring out two of the actors from the film. Please welcome Michelle Williams and Mila Kunis. Oh, you totally got a shot with that guy. So let's talk a little bit about here's first Michelle. You play Glinda. So tell us a little bit about what that character was to you and how you approached it and anything that you're allowed to say.
Glinda is, as she's always been, the embodiment of everything that's good and everything that's pure, but with a slightly more human quality, I think, in this film. And she's the only one who continually sees the best in Oz, even when his selfish nature makes that very difficult.
Yeah, and it's not. And by the way, I don't think it's not like the Glinda approach from the original Wizard of Oz. They're like, oh, you have the power to go alone. Like it's not.
No, I really wanted to, but Sam said no.
Actually, that does sound a little like the voice you do in the thing. Do that again.
You have the power.
That's how I wanted her to do it. You said just one go for it.
Sam keeps telling me to do this. I don't think it's the right way to go. Mila Kunis, you play Evanora, correct? So tell us a little bit about Evanora.
I play Theodora.
You play Theodora.
Evanora is Rachel Weisz, who's not here, who's
Okay.
my sister in the film. And Theodora is the first character that Oz encounters when he gets to the land. And she is incredibly sweet, incredibly naive, and just so believes that he is the wizard.
Yeah. And what was the shooting process like for you guys? Was there a lot of, was it like you in blue screens, or was it, how did you go, what was the process?
Well, I'll say this, Michelle and I never really got to work together as often as we wanted.
Oh, you guys met? Mila, this is Michelle.
I will say that going into it, thought that it was going to be all green screen and all blue screen. And it wasn't. The sets were built and they were tangible. Glinda's castle was there, Emerald City was there. The woods were there. I mean, everything really truly was in front of you. So it was magical going to work. And you used your imagination when it came to like the distant land, but as to what was in front of you, it was all there.
I mean, you can't not, for something that's such a core part of who we are when we're growing up, seeing that movie, and then there it is, you're in it now.
I have to tell you, walking onto Glinda's castle was one of the more magical experiences of my life. It was so truly breathtakingly beautiful. I cannot express it. The green in Emerald City was unlike anything I've ever seen, and these are sets, and they were magical. I don't even know what this is going to look like on screen.
What we just saw looks pretty amazing. I think we have a few minutes for questions. I just want to make sure we have time for audience questions. So let's fire up the audience. Question light. He's not, I don't know.
Campbell.
Yeah, I think he said, where's Bruce?
Bruce Campbell does make an appearance in the picture.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, he's right there. There you go. If you want to know where Bruce was, right over there.
All right, this is for Sam. You can never kill a classic, so will the classic be in the movie?
That car, the 1973 Delta 88 Oldsmobile Classic, is in the picture. It plays a very challenging role. It's not seen in its original form. It had to really alter its appearance to fit into the land of Oz. But part of its engine block and part of its, I think it's camshaft, was used. It's playing another role.
Groovy.
Part of the wizard's machinery.
Thank you.
He said groovy. All right, next question. Hello, Lady TARDIS.
Hello. Hi, my name is Mel. I wanted to know. Wow, the echo. Anyways, I'm a part of the Shadow fandom, and all of us have been wondering for some time if that pet project of yours would ever see fruition, or if there's been any progress on that. Because I've heard you were going to work on something a little closer to the original pulp novels.
I'm so sorry, I don't think we were able to hear. Could you just stand a little bit closer to the microphone?
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I said I wonder if what happened to your project on the Shadow, the pulp character.
That's a great character, the Shadow, and I've been a big fan of the pulp series for many years, Maxwell Grant's books, but we never got the screenplay just right, and I didn't want to try and embark on something with that beloved character unless it was perfect. We had some really good screenplays, but nothing I thought really nailed the character down the center, and that's why we didn't proceed with it.
Thanks, I understand.
Oh, well, we dodged a bullet there. Sam, a jerk. Oh, you're bigger on the inside. All right. What is your name, sir?
I'm Travis, the small and weak.
It's a little bit closer to the microphone, Travis.
Hi. I've been following like the teaser images that have been coming out the last few weeks, and I noticed the balloon looks eerily like the one from the '39 film. And so I was wondering, is this more of a prequel to that, or is this a pseudo-sequel to the books?
I'll answer that question. It's really Mitchell Kapner, the original writer of the screenplay, took the Baum books and gathered different information that Baum had written about the character of the wizard in the second Oz book, and the third Oz book, and the fourth Oz book. Then he put those events in chronological order, and then he really just made up the rest from his imagination. So it's really based on the book, and it nods lovingly toward the 1939 great classic Wizard of Oz.
Right. Oh, hello.
It's me again.
Yes, we could tell.
Yes. Well, as a costume obsessee, I was wondering if the shoes are ruby or silver, or if we don't see them at all. Mila's shaking her head. Be crazy. I'm allowed to be crazy. I'm the Mad Hatter. Sorry, Mila. You're gorgeous. I'm so sorry.
Do you want a shovel or just want to keep digging with your words?
Those ruby slippers were really unique to the 1939 MGM classic, so we didn't have the right to use imagery or original ideas that were original to that movie in our picture. We just had to base it on the book, so no, they don't make an appearance in our film.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Thank you. That poor guy's going to torture about that he's going to torture himself for the next year. Like, I didn't mean to say that. One more. We have time for a couple more questions, I believe.
No, it's somebody completely different this time.
Yes. Oh, you fooled us all with that deceptive verbiage.
I was curious. Will you be having tie-ins of classic book characters such as Scarecrow or Tin Man?
He wanted to know if you'd see class characters like Scarecrow, Tin Man.
Yeah.
Those characters are not part of this picture, actually, because this takes place before the Wizard of Oz book or movie took place. It's really before Dorothy got there, and it's about how the wizard became this great man, and how he became the wizard, and how he became ensconced in the Emerald City. So that by the time our picture ends, really, the audience has one interpretation of how it all came to be in that unique situation with his projections and his protection, him being the protector of that city. So before any of those characters make their appearance.
Oh, goody. Okay.
Oh, good. All right.
Thank you.
Of course. Yes. Anyway, away from there. All right. One more question. I think we have time for.
Thank you. I loved from the preview the black and white to color of it. The balloon was mentioned. You mentioned some restrictions, Sam. What other pieces from the 100-year history really sparked your visual look for the new film?
Well, we've got a great production team, and headed up by the great production designer Robert Stromberg, who did beautiful work on Avatar and Mr. Burton's Alice in Wonderland and and so really we wanted to create an absolutely unique look. But there's so much great description described by Baum in his books. That's really where it started. An original look that was inspired by Baum, but seen through the eyes of this brilliant production designer. I also have a great producer, Joe Roth, who is the producer of Alice, and he brings a lot of experience and world-building ability. And really that's what we had to do. we had to build a completely original world, something the audience has never seen before. And the 3D really helped us with that. It helped give us, it was a great tool to create this additional dimension in a place we've never seen. So I think it nods its head to images that we're familiar with, but it tries to present an original experience for the audience.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
It'll be beautiful.
Go to the last question. There's one bit of last news that we have. You guys all should have received a ticket when you came in for Oz the Great and Powerful. You can take that to the Comic-Con redemption room. You actually will get a limited edition poster that was just for you guys who came here to Hall H. So make sure that you hold on to your ticket and take it to the redemption room later. And everyone also check out Oz the Great and Powerful when it comes out in March. Please thank Sam Raimi, Michelle Williams, Mila Kunis for being here. Thank you guys. Can I hug you a little bit? Oh, thank you, Sam. It's nice to meet. Oh, it's nice to meet you guys too. Thank you so much for coming. Very nice to meet you. Sam, who are you wearing? Sam, who are you wearing? Sam. Well, I'm not going to photobomb that.